pro Kevin Eyster started this final table as the chip leader, and to his credit, has steadily increased his chip stack since play began.
The rich get richer. Kevin Eyster taking down pot number 1 to extend his chip lead.
He's won most of the pots he's entered and avoided danger the few times he had the second best hand. However, we saw that streak end when he tangled in a big pot with Canadian amateur and tattoo parlor entrepreneur Ben Tarzia. So why and how did Kevin derail his progress? Let's break it down. Kevin starts the handoff by raising the button with ace-5.
110.
And Ben calls in the big blind with ace-6.
Be gentle on me now.
Always, always.
Ben hits gin when the flop comes 6-3-6, and he check calls a small continuation bet from Kevin. When the king of diamonds lands on the turn, things get weird. Ben checks and Kevin bets $155,000 as a bluff, aiming to fold out small pairs, better ace highs, and weak draws. Ben makes a fairly small check raise to $375,000, and Kevin surprisingly calls that raise with just ace high. So why would Kevin call the check raise? I'm guessing that he has seen Ben make semi-bluffs with draws leading up to the final table, and because Kevin hasn't been out of line up to this point. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure what enticed him to call. The river brings a queen, and Ben bets around 40% pot. Kevin knows and even announces that he's going to see either a 6 or a bluff.
6 and bluff 6.
Then makes the call and gets shown the 6. Essentially, when Kevin decided that he was facing a 6 or a bluff on the turn, he knew he was calling most bets on the river if it didn't complete the draws. So while his river call isn't that unusual, his willingness to call the turn with the intention to call the river is pretty shocking. I think the motivation for making those calls goes back to Kevin having won nearly every pot at the final table. When things are going well, sometimes players get into a groove and start assuming they'll win every hand. But as the old saying goes, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me. But Kevin, in this case there was no me, just you.